Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Greg D here. Quick little weather update about some possible wintry weather coming up for the weekend. I do want to emphasize the low chances for that to happen. Not in terms of maybe, I think there will be snow in Arkansas this weekend, but the places, northern, northwest Arkansas, the accumulation's very light. But I think it's the timing of the weekend and then some events, of course, around that storm that at least make this a little bit more interesting. So let's kind of dive into what we've got. I'm going to share my screen with you, and we'll take a look at some of the things that may be affecting that forecast as we head into the weekend. So we'll start off with the models, and we're going to take a look at two of them, the GFS. GFS stays pretty clear until you see there Arkansas in the middle of your screen. You get to about, let's say this is Saturday, 6 p.m. So here's Saturday at noon, nothing between noon and 6 p.m., especially northwest Arkansas. The green here indicating heavier precipitation. As we look at the temperatures at this time, very important to notice here what those temperatures actually are. So at Saturday at 6 p.m. or let's say at noon, temperatures above the ground, below freezing. That's where you see it in the blue there. At the ground, however, everyone's going to be above or near freezing with the coldest spots in northwest Arkansas. Now advance this to 6 p.m. when that precipitation is expected to be heavy. And notice everyone north of that red line, that's the 32-degree line. So that kind of looks like maybe Cherokee Village down north of Batesville, down to Stone County, probably Marshall, and then just north of the River Valley cities, temperatures below freezing with precipitation. So likely what we're going to see here is rain change to some snow. As far as central Arkansas, temperatures above the ground right at midnight stay above freezing, and at the surface as well. So it doesn't look like this first storm system. Now there may be some sleet as it ends coming through Saturday night, and this is 6 a.m. Sunday, but notice by 6 a.m. Sunday, it's all gone. So the timing here is pretty good because most of it happens while we're sleeping. The only bad part is northwest Arkansas will be affected 6 p.m. to midnight, and that means for at least the start of the Razorback game, there is the possibility of some light snow for that game. That would be very unusual there in northwest Arkansas. Fast forward through Sunday. Sunday is dry, and then quickly behind that, another storm system moves in. More cold air with this one. This one's a little farther south. Here's midnight, Monday morning. Light precipitation the southern half of the state. Temperatures below freezing on the northwest edge of that green, that precipitation aloft. Near freezing at the surface, then those temperatures start dropping as that precipitation moves south and east. So there could be rain in southeast Arkansas, and then a brief transition to some very light snow across central and southwest Arkansas as that precipitation comes to an end. Then cold air just moves in and it stays cold for next week. That's the GFS model. What about the European model? We'll take you through 6 p.m. Thursday. There's Friday. There's noon on Saturday. It's got precipitation developing in northwest Arkansas. At that time, above the ground, temperatures are below freezing. At the surface, this European model is a little bit cooler. Benton, Washington, Madison, and Carroll counties over towards Boone County. That may indicate the possibility of this starting as a little bit of snow or freezing rain. As we go through the evening, there is 6 p.m. on Saturday. The darker greens, pockets of heavier precipitation. The European keeps the temperature above freezing in central and southern Arkansas above the surface, meaning rain at this point. Northern Arkansas, let's say Highway 64, maybe Greenbrier even north. Northern Faulkner County, farther north up towards Searcy, may be cool enough for some light snow. Surface temperatures, however, in White County, like Searcy, Batesville, probably too warm, even if it does fall as snow, to support sticking. Temperatures there in the mid and upper 30s, whereas northern and north central Arkansas will be in the low 30s and upper 20s. So in northwest Arkansas, the European again pointing at snow falling for the Razorback game. This is Sunday midnight. Temperatures still staying below freezing only in northern and northwest Arkansas. Central Arkansas gets mainly rain, maybe a mix from time to time. And then we'll fast forward through Sunday. Here comes system number 2, right behind system number 1. This is the evening on Sunday. The European, in this case, is much warmer than the GFS was. Here's Monday morning, midnight. Remember, the GFS was showing a little bit more frozen precipitation farther south. The European is only holding temperatures below freezing, north of that red line in northwest Arkansas. The rest of the state seeing mainly rain. Here's 6 a.m. on Monday, heavy precipitation in eastern and southern Arkansas. Temperatures now start to cool as that storm develops. So some of this, especially, let's say, that would be Little Rock over towards Stuttgart, Brinkley up towards West Memphis, maybe even portions of Hot Spring County, that would actually maybe be falling a sleet, maybe some snow possible, though it'd be falling into temperatures that are just above freezing, so it may not be sticking to anything else but grassy surfaces. And then if you don't get snow early on Monday morning, you're not going to get it for the rest of the day there, as we're basically expecting the temperatures to then quickly rise coming up on Monday morning, and then that would cause, of course, everything to change back to rain. How much snow could potentially fall? Well, there you see it now in the green and the blue. This is from the GFS. So this is the first system, mainly keeps it in northern and northwest Arkansas, central Arkansas. Now it looks like mainly rain. I know earlier I posted an image that could show a mix in central Arkansas, but again, it's looking like mainly rain. The GFS is showing in the yellow an inch or more in many places. It's even showing a 3-inch amount. The 3-inch amount seems a little high, maybe an inch or two in some of the highest hilltops. But folks, that could be around Fayetteville for that Arkansas game Saturday night into Sunday morning. And then additional snowfall early Monday barely registers in central Arkansas. So what about the European, which is a little bit colder? Well, through Sunday morning, it too is showing the chance for an inch. There's Saturday night, here's Sunday morning. Again, northern Arkansas, maybe a little farther south than the GFS into northern Faulkner, Conway, and Pope counties. And then as we add the snowfall for Monday, notice it maybe a dusting as far south as Pine Bluff early Monday morning, with maybe some minor accumulations along the Mississippi River east. But again, that's very, very minor. I'm not too concerned about that right now. So that's here so far. The latest model information. We'll see how this works out. We'll have another update coming up tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow morning, Nadia and I will be discussing this. As the models have been coming in, they have been slowly becoming a little bit more consistent. We were seeing chances for this earlier in the week as well, but I haven't really been able to do a solid update because every time a new update to the models came up, the new update was completely different than the previous. So hopefully we're heading towards a better, more sure forecast now as we approach the weekend. Of course, look for updates tomorrow. Everybody have a great night. I got to get to bed. 3 a.m. wake up is not too far away. Have a good one, everybody.